Welcome to Module 12, Physical Development and Health in Middle Childhood. So this is the last age group that we're going to be considering in this class. These are the kids that are in late elementary school, but still prepubescent, still not adolescents yet. So we're going to be talking in this module about their physical health. So we start out by looking at the usual things, how tall they get, how heavy they get at this age, and typically what we can expect for brain development. And in the module, I specifically have some information here about fluoride treatments and how putting fluoride in the water has made a huge difference in dental health over the last few decades, but that this is a controversial issue. A lot of people are not happy with the government forcing anybody to have anything without any kind of consent if it's in the public water. So take a look at that. Then we move on to looking at nutrition, and specifically Canada's Food Guide, which is our national standard for what kids should be eating and how much of it. We know that we are appallingly bad at following the food guide, and as such, kids are at the highest rates of obesity and overweight that they've ever been. And although most of the focus on that is in the US, it's also true for Canadian children, and this is the age group that is predominant, that experiences it at a high rate. Then I look at motor development. So I've just got some information about kids who participate in organized sports. Then we move on to health and safety, and again look more in depth anyway at this issue of overweight. But in doing so, I just want you to critically think about the information that is being presented to you both in my module and in the textbook that really focuses on too many kids are overweight, and this is a big problem, and what that means for the stigma associated with being overweight and the psychological aspects of this for treatment and for our society. And the discussion question this week is asking you to think about whether or not such a focus on this issue, although albeit an important health issue, does have we need to balance it maybe more by not buying into so much fat shaming that might be being done to their kids and their parents. Because how do you really go about treatment for something like this without identifying a child and somehow hurting their self-esteem by talking about what they look like and they're being overweight? It's a difficult one. And lastly, we finish off by discussing mental health. And as a clinical psychologist, this small segment is the one major area that I know quite a bit about and do a lot of work in. So as I say in the module, one of the important aspects of an entire course in child development is because you have to know what's typical before you can know what's atypical. So in my job, knowing what is typical in all of these age groups for child development is then key to identifying when a child might be more anxious than normal, more depressed mood than normal, or be particularly a troublesome behavior more so than every other kid would be, and then to employ the respective treatments. So enjoy, and we only have 2 more to go after this. See you later.